This week I am with Gare and Marisha Lunde. I guess I should have said Gare Billings since I was saying full names, but the people know who you are. But
The people.
The people first.
the people probably know by now which Gare it
They
is.
don't. We don't care about them.
I know. I don't think I know any other Gare ever.
Yeah.
So it's
not.
just you, Gare Bleak Billings.
Gare Bleak Billings. Bleak and bitchy.
Yeah,
That's such a good podcast name.
I know. If
I
you
know,
ever
I want
have a
people to
solo
call me that in
pod-
the streets. Like I want to like go into like my local
Let's make
bar to
that
like meet
happen.
friends for happy hour and have somebody like just like yell at.
Or
That
like
would be
name
pretty
a
cool.
drink a bleak and bitchy
Oh
after
my
you.
god, right? It'd probably be like a tequila soda.
Here for it.
Mhm.
Yeah. But Marisha, for anyone who doesn't know who you are an awesome bookstagrammer.
Iconic.
But what was your like start, or like what made you start your bookstagram, or what was like your inspiration moment to have a bookstagram?
So I have a really basic bitch story. I think like most of us that started a bookstagram probably have the
Yeah.
same story. I was posting about books a lot, and I was like, people that follow like my real life account probably don't give a shit. So let me just hop on over and make an account dedicated to just books. Little did I know, I didn't even know Bookstagram like existed. So I literally just made an Instagram account to talk about books, and then all of a sudden this whole new world opened. I literally cannot tell you the last time I posted on my personal Instagram. Like I don't use it anymore.
That's what started to happen to me in this like last year.
I legitimately just go over to check it so that the stupid notifications go away on the little dot on the bottom right, because it drives me crazy. But I don't even go over there anymore because Bookstagram's my main account now. But for a while, my whole like shtick was I would do makeup looks or like eyeshadow looks to match book covers, and it was so much fun.
So cool.
The book that actually inspired it was Bath House.
I didn't know that. Oh, that's so cool.
The OG book look was Bath House, and it was fucking iconic. I'll have to find it for you.
Which cover? Was it the like black and pink one or the orange?
Here, okay, I'll find it for you. I'll just pull it up on my phone here while we're talking. To this day, like for one, it has a special place in my heart because it was the OG. Two, PJ Vernon, that's his name, right? Was like falling over himself appreciative about it. I feel like that book did not get enough love, by the way.
It deserves way more.
So dark, so good. So two, I think he was just really appreciative that anybody posted a review of his book, but then it was sick, like one of my favorites I've ever done. So then for a long time that was like my thing. And from there I got to start doing like lives with authors where I would do my makeup live while talking to them about the book that I was doing a look for. Oh, that's what they're called, by the way, book looks. And
perfect.
Yeah, then I had a baby and I don't have time for that shit anymore, unfortunately. But I did just do a live with I did just do a live with Ashley Winstead last Friday, and we got shit-faced on wine and talked for 2.5 hours. It was so much fun.
Yeah. I started it and I listened to like 20 minutes of it.
It's
because
so long.
My dogs with their human babies were interrupting me.
Okay, I don't know how well this is going to show up, but like, it doesn't do it justice. I'm just going to DM it to you, Kate.
Yeah, I'll put it. If you watch on YouTube, you guys can see it.
I actually think that's
you can go scroll her account.
You got to scroll. You got to deep scroll for this one. It was posted July 10th of 2021.
Nice.
I think that might have been the post that I found you.
Truly, it might have been because it got some reach, girl.
Yeah.
But that was back when I was in engagement groups and shit, and I don't know if you guys are oh
my god.
Neither one of you need them for one. But like I use them obviously to like help grow my account, because publishers for a while before you could hide your like count and stuff cared about how much engagement your posts got versus just your followers. So when I would send like emails to publishers asking for like a review copy of a book, to be able to put in there like my posts get over 1,000 likes, which they're not organic, that these people had to like it because I was in an engagement group with them. I don't know, maybe this might be you guys know what engagement groups are too?
Yeah.
I remember hearing about them, yeah.
Yeah, and so that's the thing is, one, I left them all when I got pregnant because I was so tired all the time and I just like didn't care anymore. But you also like can get banned on Instagram for like liking things too quickly and liking too many things. So like you'll notice a lot of people are in Insta jail. Go and see how many engagement groups they're in. I can pretty much guarantee you that's why they're getting put in jail. It's because they're liking too many things too fast.
It feels very culty to me.
And it's not,
totally.
Again, I have no shade to anybody who's in them. I get it. I understand, like I did it. So like I'm never gonna whatever, but yeah, it kind of is. And then on top of that, it's like a job. Like it takes forever, especially if you're in a lot of groups. And then on top of that, I still wanted to read books and like make posts about them, and I had no time because I was too busy liking posts. Just stupid. So life got a lot better when I left those.
Did you do anything in like cosmetology, or do you just like enjoy doing makeup? I'm so bad with eyeshadow. I can do false eyelashes, and that's about it.
So hilariously, I actually went to school to be an engineer. So no, nothing to do with cosmetology whatsoever. I've just always loved it.
Yeah.
And 100% like self-taught, like YouTube tutorials and stuff like that is, and even now, like I don't really have an excuse to do it anymore. So that's why it was so fun then. It was like a reason to like have fun with makeup. And if I did like a subtle enough one, it could be like a night out look too. But now it's like I just stay home all the time. So there's really no need. I even joked on Friday my skin was gonna like absolutely lose its mind because it's like this makeup, what is happening? Well, I haven't seen you in 5 years. But
yeah,
it's so iconic to like like I just think that like when you see a lot of people on Bookstagram, and this is like no shade to people, but like you see people like use other people's ideas or whatnot for like engagement and stuff, and like I remember like around the time that I had met you on Bookstagram, I was running into like blocking a lot of people because they were like copying all of my casting collages, like even down to like the program I was using, like the black and white photos. And then like I found you and I was like, oh my God, like this is such a cool way to like introduce yourself to such like a huge community.
Again, I loved it so much and I really do miss it. And then doing it with Ashley on Friday too, I was like, God, I could find time to do this again probably, like every now and then, like special little pub day looks for books that I'm super passionate about. But
yeah,
I do miss it. It was so much fun.
Yeah. But like it's also one of those things too where like the more like spontaneous it is and like the more time that goes in between them, like people are gonna like appreciate it more.
That's true. That is very true. I can always count on Shelly to be like, bitch is back whenever I post one because she's just the best. But that's very true. It's little teasers every now and then to kind of do them again.
Yeah, it's like when your favorite artist comes out of like retirement to do like a special concert.
Mumford & Sons tickets go on sale tomorrow. Speaking of, they haven't toured in forever, so my husband and I are very excited about that.
There you go.
Nice.
You know. And
speaking of that,
you'll have on point eye makeup for the concert.
Oh hell yeah! And it's in October, so it'll be fun.
Yeah,
fun little fall.
Well, the other podcast tie that you have to us is you introduced us to Marshall Karp, who is truly a legend.
Like human gem, just absolutely the best.
Yes.
So much fun. He's so fucking cute.
All of us ended up reading Don't Tell Me How to Die, and we're obsessed. And I think that all came from you telling Gare.
It's actually really funny that I'm the one that told him to do it because, Gare, if you look back through our messages, you posted about book mail one day and you got Don't Tell Me How to Die from Blackstone. And I was like, yo, send me the back cover of that. I want the contact for it because that sounds like something that's right up my alley. And sure shit, I finally read it a couple months later and I messaged you because I knew you had it because you're the one that posted the damn thing. And I was like, move this up on your list. It's so fucking good. That book broke my brain.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's so funny. Like, I get like book mail and I'm like, oh my God, like sometimes I'm like getting things and I'm like, this book's like 3 or 4 or 5 months away. But like, this is what like I love about my friendship with you is that like, I think I told Kate this is like, it wasn't even like you being like, hey, like if you're looking for your next book, like you should, like you were like, you have to read, like this is your next read.
Oh no, I don't recommend. I bully you. I don't ask you to.
Yeah, you like boss me around.
Yeah, it's what you need. I get it.
Yeah,
I know you.
Yeah. Like you're like, no, pick this up like immediately. Like finish what you're reading really quickly and like pick this up next. I'm like, okay.
I think I literally told you that this needs to be your next book.
Yeah.
I think I read it. Seriously, I was doing something at work for like a couple weeks where I happened to have like a lot of time to read while I was doing what I was doing. And I seriously read that book in one sitting at work. Like I just ripped through it. Oh, it's so good.
I read it in 2 days.
Yeah. My mom just finished it over the weekend too. Like, what the hell?
And you killed me first. I think you were the one that got me to read that too.
Oh, really?
You read that one first. You read that one before I did with John Mars. That one.
Oh, so yeah, I bullied you into reading that?
You bullied me into reading that one. You and like everybody else, that book, I was seeing it everywhere right after it pubbed because they kept that one close to the vest. That was one they guarded pretty hard. They didn't let a lot of people read that one early, which good for him because that means he's like made it.
Right.
But yeah, I pre-ordered that one and read it probably within 2 weeks of it coming out. And yeah, you were, I think I maybe posted it on my story and you replied and were like, oh my God, that book is nuts. And it's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
It is nuts.
It's so good.
The ending is just layers of bonkers.
It's giving like this season of White Lotus a little bit.
That's true.
That girl friendship, which is just it's so well. That friendship is so well written. It's so spot on.
God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Everybody that I know have like talked about how they've gotten out of like a friendship like that.
I told my husband too, like it's so spot on for female friendships. Like I don't know, like they wrote it so well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell he watches Real Housewives.
I love that that's like a renaissance.
Marisha's wearing a Real Housewives of Bookstagram books. That's why I said it like that.
I love that.
Or Bookstagram book shirt.
That would be hysterical. Yeah, my mom made me this. She's a real one.
Oh,
that's so cool.
That.
She makes me all of the things. Every time I get a stupid t-shirt idea in my head, she has like a t-shirt press. So I'm like, will you making this?
I love that.
Someone in our family to have a t-shirt press.
And if Bravo ever ends up watching this, she didn't sell it to me and she didn't make any money off of it, so leave her alone.
Protect her at all costs.
They've been known to cease and desist people for shit like that.
God, yeah. It's crazy. Bravo.
Bravo,
fucking bravo, right?
Bravo, fucking bravo. Yeah, worried about that, but you have Erica Jane still on the show.
No fucking shit. I don't watch Beverly Hills anymore because of it.
I hate
and because
Erica.
I just had enough of Kyle. Like, enough.
Yeah.
Oh, it's even worse. But like the clips from the reunion have me considering just watching the reunion.
Is it messy?
Yeah, it seems like it. And Andy actually like calls Kyle out on a couple of things.
That's the first time
it's pretty funny.
Ever, I think, that he's
truly.
I heard that the reunion, if you do not like Erica and Kyle, is more frustrating and infuriating because like they really like come for Garcelle and she's like, okay, like this is how I feel, like whatever. And
she
it's just
show
like,
too, didn't she?
Yeah, and the reunion's why.
Off. Yeah, she walks off.
They did the same thing to her that they did to Denise Richards.
It's ridiculous.
Like,
and then Kyle's just like not having to share it. She's like, no, Morgan wants to be private.
Yeah.
Are they a thing? Is that real? Was it all,
is
it all for them?
She admitted yesterday. I saw a headline that was like, Kyle admits that they've been together. I'm like, this is not an admission. Like,
was it an April Fool's joke?
Oh,
maybe
it was.
April Fool's yesterday. That's a good point. It could have been.
He just outed Kyle.
No,
some Bravo account is like April Fool's.
They're like, fuck yeah, Kate, got you. You're probably right.
I didn't even think of that. I was totally buying it. That's so funny.
Yeah, it was something I saw while the dogs were outside, so I did not do follow up on it.
Oh
I was
God,
like
that's
buying
amazing.
so much. Like somebody like said something about like one of the housewives was going to be on White Lotus, and it was like somebody like random, like
so mean. I would have bought that too.
Kim Wiley from like the OG like Orange County.
OC?
Yeah. Who like bragged about sunglasses and then like left the show.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, but the OG OC is some of the best reality television ever made.
Insane.
Yes. Vicky Gunvalson would just be, well, actually the Tracy videos of old would be hilarious at a White Lotus resort.
Truly, I've heard if you meet Vicky in real life too, she is like an absolute gem. Like loves her fans, and is just like super nice to meet.
I need Vicky, and I need Kelly Dodd back on Orange County.
Oh God, I hate Kelly so much, but she is good TV.
She's such good TV, and I love how she's like always like a little drunk and always like pissed.
She's a mess. She is just a mess. Like hates her life so much that she's just angry.
Yeah, but I like she's such good television.
Mm-hmm. So was Vicky. Truly, I mean.
Oh yeah.
Say what you want about the woman. She was fantastic on TV.
Yeah, and I'm just sick of whiny Shannon. Yeah. Nene is my favorite housewife of all time.
Period.
That was
like point blank. It's not close.
Atlanta was the first Housewives I watched, actually, and I was like, this woman is iconic.
I saw a rumor that she's going to be on the next season of Traitors. I did not see it yesterday. I saw it last week. So
yeah, I know we've got to vet everything from yesterday.
Yeah. Do you think, since Karen Huger is going to jail or prison, do you think that Candace will come back to Potomac?
No. As a mom now,
I think kicked her off, right? Too.
I think she left because she was
left because she was pregnant.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't see her coming back ever, truly. I really don't. I don't think she needs the show.
I saw an interview and she was like, now that like I've had my baby, like the door is like always open.
Then maybe.
But I don't know if she was like teasing something, because like you need something big to happen with Karen gone, because like nobody wants to watch fucking Giselle.
No.
Not
like
just
she should have been fired years ago.
I actually forgot Potomac was on, so I've not watched this whole season. I also can't stand Mia. So
I hate Mia. Mm-hmm.
And Karen used to be one of my favorites. Right. And then she had to go drive drunk.
Yeah.
Like, I can't condone that.
And like had the crooked wig and like asking the guy if he knew who she was.
Oh God!
Like, what a way to go out, though.
That's one way.
And like the camera footage like looked like she was like kind of flirting with the cop. I was like, Karen.
Oh, she for sure was.
Karen.
No.
Poor good old Ray.
That episode where they go to Wendy's. Is it Wendy's house? Not Wendy. Somebody's house. And she gets like just fucking lit on Fireball in the basement.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So
yeah.
funny.
Wasn't that,
or was it Monique's house?
I think that was Monique's like vacation house, wasn't it? Like didn't they go on like some trip?
Yes, because T'Challa, okay, so it was Monique's house because T'Challa was there and he like flew at Wendy's head.
T'Challa, oh my God.
R.I.P. R.I.P. T'Challa. We should have known we weren't going to talk about books at all when I got on here.
Anyone who's like, what are they talking about? Like, almost an emotional support bird.
He was not doing a good job because Monique was the biggest asshole I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
She was like such an asshole.
Well, she and Chris are divorced.
And she like, I just like loved how like they were like, you were like coming for Candace and she kept apologizing to you and you kept coming for her and she's like, no, I didn't. And then they like rolled like all the footage where she like, Candace is like, okay, like I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. And she's like, and then I'm pissed about this too. And she's like stomping off. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, reality TV. What a blessing.
Oh what a blessing.
Anyway, should we talk about books?
Is Kate frozen?
Oh, yep. Yep, we lost her.
It's always
son of a gun. I told her I was cursed because you couldn't get in, and now we lost her. What happens when, because she's the one recording?
I think she just restarts and she pops back up.
Just be gone.
This has happened before, and like she'll just like pop back in.
Just right
she's
back
like,
into conversation.
She's the admin, or she controls the universe, as I say.
I believe that. She's just a professional.
I just like love how we've already talked about how you just like bully me into reading whatever.
It's real. I'm not gonna ask you to read something. I tell you to read it.
Yeah. And it's
you can do the same to me. I'm probably not gonna listen, but you can do the same to me.
I do. You do listen though when I do.
That's true.
On the few occasions. Yeah.
There's so few people whose recommendation I take as gospel, and you are one of them. So it's like,
no,
when
that's
you
how I feel about you.
Something, yeah.
Yeah, like you and Kate and like Steph, like if you guys tell me like, oh, you're gonna love this, like I know that I'm gonna love it, and you guys are never wrong.
Yeah, we do tend to agree, don't we?
I agree with you. You don't always agree with me.
That was one time, and I tried really hard. I was like, just put it to the side, because I tell you what, if it was any other book, I would have stopped listening. I would have stopped reading. But I was like, I'm gonna push through this because Gare loves this book so much. I'm gonna like it, and I didn't like it. But
I have the worst memory. That's why like I'm not a good Bookstagrammer, because people are like, I'm like, this is 5 stars. It's iconic. I'll never forget it. And then like a week later, somebody mentioned something about the book, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
So I have two funny stories about that.
Especially if people mention like a B or C character, like a week later, you're like, I don't know who the fuck you're talking about anymore.
That person doesn't
They're
exist.
like, the twist in the end. I'm like, yeah, iconic. And I'm like, what the fuck happened?
What happened? Somebody at work asked me about Fourth Wing, because she follows my Booksta account, and she saw that I was reading it, and she asked me what it was about, and I literally was like, dragons. Like, I couldn't come up with anything better than dragons.
Dragon.
Like, I had just finished the book, and I was like, I don't know how to explain this book. So yeah, it's gonna be dragons. And then I had friends in a group chat that were reading Don't Tell Me How to Die, like, I don't remember how long ago it was. It couldn't have been that long. And they were like talking about characters, and I was like, I don't know who the fuck that is. Literally my favorite book of all time, and I was like, I don't know who you're talking about. That person doesn't exist to
me. I love that. Oh my god. I have my boss does not follow my Bookstagram, but like he will be like, oh, like what should I read, and he'll be like, what's it about? And I like literally will say like 2 words, and he's like, don't spoil anything. And I'm like, will you shut up, like let me finish. Like I know how to explain a book and not spoil it. That's like literally like
what I do
3 out of 4 of my jobs. Like you think I'm spoiling shit on a podcast or She Reads? No,
that's a good point. That's a very good point.
You're not.
I'm like, shut up. Or I'll say like something really sassy and be like, this movie came out 20 years ago. If you didn't watch it yet, that's your fault. Here's the ending.
I actually said that about a book. I don't know if I was doing a live with, I want to say it was with Marshall Karp, because we talked about Gone Girl. And I was like, truly, if you haven't read that book by now, I don't know what to tell you, so I'm gonna spoil it.
Yeah.
I said something about like my boss and I have like a very like good relationship, thankfully, but like one day we were like going back and forth at work in the office, and like he like said something, and I was like, I'm gonna pull a Gone Girl in like 2 seconds if you don't like get on my side with this. And like this girl that I work with was like, oh my god, I haven't watched the movie yet, you're spoiling it. And I was like, the movie's 12 years old at this point, like you're shit out of luck.
And the book is even older than that, so
yeah. If you did not watch that movie for Ben Affleck's dick, then like I don't know what to tell you at that point.
Fair. I think I saw it in theaters twice.
I saw it in theater. Yep, I went to the theater for it. Yeah.
That's one of the best book to movie adaptations I've probably ever seen. It stayed very true to the book.
Same.
Yeah.
And they cast it spot on.
Rosamund Pike was iconic. In my mind, I pictured Ben Affleck as Nick.
Did you really?
When I was reading it, but like I didn't have a Bookstagram and I didn't do like the casting shit, but I was like, oh my god, this guy like reminds me of Ben Affleck because he's like so fucking hot and stupid. But my Amy was Sarah Michelle Gellar.
That's a good choice too. Yeah. She would have also crushed it.
Because like Cruel Intentions, I was like, she will fucking ruin him.
Well, so the theme of tonight was, supposed to be psych thrillers, but I turned it into reality TV.
We all did collectively.
And
I actually think I was like,
how many was I supposed to pick? Like, was I only supposed to pick 3? Because I couldn't pick 3. I picked 5.
That's fine. Go for it.
I don't do rules. Rules aren't my thing. But I was like, I even told Kate, I was like, I'm gonna try to do like deep tracks. like books that aren't on every single psychological thriller list. And I have a couple, but some of them I'm like, fuck, they're on that list for a reason. Like, they're so goddamn good. Why are you laughing so hard?
Mine are so fucking basic.
Because they're good.
Some of mine are too.
Okay, so I'll tell you, I would say there's 3 that are basic. And I didn't put Gone Girl on here, which is probably a crime. But it redefined the genre. You know what I mean? Like,
it did.
That book, oh my god. People have been trying to do it since she did it, and nobody has even come close. But so I would say my most basic is probably The Silent Patient. But for the longest time, that was probably like my favorite book of all time. I absolutely loved that one.
I think so. Me too. I loved reading it so much.
Oh yes, and I just like did not see it coming at all. That's one of the few books where I still remember the big twist.
Same.
Because it was same with Gone Girl. So I feel like books like that just deserve a special place in your heart when you, this many years later, I couldn't even tell you when I read Silent Patient. It was well before Booksta, and I just was on Booksta for 5 years in December. So I read that a long time ago. My second most basic is Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter.
That was one of mine.
It's so fucking good. It's so dark. So dark. But so good.
If you want to, like, that book will obviously emotionally wreck you, but like if you want to like have your shit rocked even more, there's a novella called Blonde Hair, Blue Eyes that is Julia's last day before she disappears.
Oh fuck.
To like put everything in like her perspective after like reading Pretty Girls, and like you get like her point of view.
Did Karen write it?
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna ask. Oh,
wow. I thought it was like fanfic.
No,
I didn't know that.
When you said it.
It's a little itty bitty baby. And I know I have
so unlike her. She writes chonkers.
Yeah.
And I love her, but God, her chapters are so freaking long. Oh, look at that little guy. He's so cute.
It's just a little baby.
That's like one of her chapters usually.
Yeah. Yeah. It's 100 pages.
Yeah.
Damn.
Checks out. Okay, well, good to know. I just put it in my notes app.
You have to read it.
We bully each other into reading things. My third most basic is This Is Why I Lied. Is that what it's called, by Riley Sager?
Yes.
I think that's what it's called. Ironically, that was the first book I read by him. So sadly, I've been chasing that high ever since, because that's by far my favorite of his books. I've liked a lot of the other ones, but nothing touches this one for me. It's so freaking good.
That one's my favorite. And it was my first.
Yeah, same. And it just, you know what? I might have lied. I think Final Girls or Final Girl?
Final Girls.
That one actually might have been my first, now that I think about it. But either way, it was 1 and 2, and I really liked that one too, actually.
That's my favorite of his.
Well, of course, that's very on brand for you. So
it was my first. It was my first arc I ever got on Bookstagram.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Oh, my very first one.
And now it's like
so cool.
Well, you still get them, I'm sure, but you have to be like one of the chosen ones to get a Riley Sager arc now.
Yeah, I did have to donate a kidney, but
I will say, which one did I get? So, I got denied for. Okay, what were his last few in order? Now I can't even think. He's got so many goddamn books.
The only one. No, what was the?
So the House Across the Lake was 2 books ago. What was the one that just came out last summer?
Middle of the Night.
Yes.
Middle of the Night. Yes.
See?
He finally wrote from a man's point of view. Bless him. Okay, so it wasn't Middle of the Night. I got declined for that. So then it must have been House Across the Lake that I got to read early. No, the one with the old lady. The only one left. That's the one I got to read early.
Yeah.
Because I got declined, I think, for the one before that, and I reached out to Dutton, and they were like, we review it on case by case, and so I ended up reviewing like a couple books for them that weren't getting a lot of love on NetGalley, and I'm 100% convinced that's why I got the Riley Sager's next one approved. But now he's so fucking big that they'll only give it to librarians, pretty much, and like media.
Yeah, damn, even on NetGalley.
Yeah, they just, I don't even know if they. I definitely didn't get an email when they declined me.
I haven't seen the new one on there.
God, I got declined for that shit so fast.
I got an arc of the new one.
Of course you did.
The train.
God's favorite.
You're the chosen one.
The train one.
Yeah.
But
nope. It'll be on Penguin Random House Audio, so I'll get to it eventually.
Mm-hmm.
And because I said I picked 5, in my dreams I hold a knife. I don't know if you'd categorize it as a psych thriller, but I do.
I think so.
I would 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all in their heads, all of their fucked up heads.
Yeah. And that fucking ending, that's an ending I'll never forget, girl.
I had a listener, well, or she might just be a follower. I can't always tell. But someone who follows me, she DM'd me and she was like, she was reading dreams for the first time. And in the last like 20%, her Kindle kept just turning off on her, like out of nowhere. And I was like, that is diabolical with that book. And then she messaged me when she finished it and was like, oh my God, what was with that ending? I was like, right.
My 5th favorite was Look Closer by David Ellis. Because for the longest time, that was my favorite book of all time. I don't think David Ellis gets enough love either.
He doesn't.
Because he's awesome. He has some books with James Patterson, and I think we all know, well, maybe like you, Gare, know better than most because you're in the book world professionally.
Mm-hmm.
But like I got like TT on like how that works because I was like, we know James Patterson ain't writing these books. Like he churns them out so damn fast.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he doesn't write them.
Right.
Really?
So I thought that was interesting to have confirmed.
He already has a ghostwriter?
No, it's not a ghostwriter. Okay, so David didn't do this, just so like anybody who's listening isn't like, ooh, shady. What he's
Spill the tea! Bruce is like, yeah,
like, you.
Fuck him up! Fuck James!
He has feelings about this.
I was gonna joke and say he's a big James Patterson fan. I was telling me to pipe down. So what James will do is he will send an idea, like a storyline idea, and then maybe 10,000 words. It might not even be that many to whoever he's partnering with, and then the person that he's partnering with, it's up to them to write the rest of the book. But because you put James Patterson's name on something, you become an instant New York Times bestseller. So it's like it's a pretty good deal. So yeah, that's how that works. Because I've always wondered, because he comes out, he has to publish 15 books a year with the people that.
Yeah, true.
I don't think he writes solo anymore.
I was like wondering that because I saw like some of his books in like the grocery store the other day when I was shopping, but like I was just having a conversation about like Frida, like how it was an October release, a January release, and then a May release, and I was like, how is she a fucking brain surgeon with 2 children and pumping all these out?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It just tells you her brain operates on a different level than ours.
It has to.
Have you read The Tenant yet?
Yeah, I fucking loved it.
Did you?
I loved the shit out of it.
I loved The Boyfriend, which was 2 books ago. I did not like The Crash, like at all. Like I found it insulting. But I have high hopes for The Tenant, so I hope I like that one better.
So I like right now I'm going through her backlist, and I read The Tenant, and like what I saw of like other people who have like read everything by her is that it's like more reminiscent on like her older stuff.
Oh, nice.
But I thought it was like really good and really twisty.
See, the thing about Frida is she is the queen of the popcorn thriller. Like you're gonna devour her books. They're not gonna like, it's not gonna like look closer to you or like don't tell me how to die you, but like
no.
You're never going to see it coming. She's going to keep you on your toes.
Yeah, it's like when you turn on a Lifetime movie and like it's actually something that you enjoy. Like it's like actually a good one.
This is like really good.
Yeah, like oh my god, that was not a huge waste of my time. But I've only read like a couple by her that I was like meh. But
The Crash was mine. I truly haven't read that many by her. I haven't really gotten into her backlist at all. I've been just kind of reading the new ones as they come out. Oh, that's actually not true. I have big feelings about Housemaid, but I won't get into that. But yeah, the ones I've read for the most part, I like.
That DM was like all caps, full of rage.
Oh my gosh, Kate just said there's a tornado near us and our power went out.
Oh no. Getting in her closet.
Oh my god.
But like this is okay, so like if it was me, I would be like, there's a tornado warning, like we're gonna reschedule. But like Kate will just be like, I'm gonna like ride this out until like my roof gets ripped off. She's so ride or die.
Just stay and talk. I'll be back.
Yeah, like just like ride or die. I just
Hi,
like
Kate.
love everything. You fucking maniac. Okay, you're probably gonna like get all of this, but I'm like, leave it to Kate to literally not warn us that there was like a tornado warning in her area. She's just gonna be a ride or die and like keep recording until the roof comes off.
Pretty much.
I would have just been texting you guys like, I'm dead. I'll never see you guys again. Because I'm so dramatic. And that's when the tornado would have been in like a different state. Like not even in mine. I would have been like, oh my god, there's a tornado in New Jersey. Like, see you in heaven. Just kidding. I will not be going there.
We're going. I was like, are we sure about that?
I'm a heathen.
Same.
Well, if this is just gonna be weird.
We were talking like mad shit.
Oh, really?
But not about you.
And gossiping. Yeah, just like about
I mean, if it has
industry tea.
Ooh.
Do you know what I really want to read? And I'm so terrified. I don't know. I think you're going to have a huge opinion about this author.
I'm so curious. Oh, there's tea about him, right?
I don't know. Is there?
Why do I have a huge opinion about the author then? I thought there was tea.
I don't know. You usually know tea before I do.
What's his name again? Easton Ellis?
Bret Easton Ellis. I've heard he's like a wicked asshole, but like he's...
There's definitely tea, but let me figure out what it is.
I'm dying to read American Psycho.
Heard it's actually really good.
I've heard it's really good, but I heard it's like disgusting.
Have you seen? You have had to have seen the movie.
Well, yeah, but like I don't care what Christian Bale does. You know what I mean? Like running around naked with like covered in blood with a chainsaw. I was like, this is the most sexual thing I've ever seen in my life.
Not to find you.
Yeah. And that's probably why I will literally be the victim of a serial killer one day.
Garrett, didn't you read the Shards? Didn't you love the Shards?
I was obsessed with the Shards. I still am obsessed with the Shards.
Did you know HBO is adapting it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. The guy who is directing it is the guy that did Call Me By Your Name. And he met with Jacob Elordi.
I remember seeing that.
Shut the fuck up. Oh, I feel like I did see that because you're so obsessed with him.
If Jacob Elordi is Robert Mallory, I will fucking be so pumped for that.
Okay,
yeah, that would be awesome.
I swear there was tea with that author, but nothing's coming to mind. So I don't have big feelings about the author. I think the Shards had pretty vicious animal cruelty in it, though, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's why I never read that one, I think.
Yeah.
That's a hard one.
I usually do not like animal cruelty. When I read it in the Shards, I was like, oh my god, like this is like really fucked up. But then like there's something so horrible that happens to like a female character like in the end of the book that I was like, I forgot about like the animals.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a book I need to read, I don't think. I'm good.
It's not like there's no like sexual violence or anything like that with her. It's just like
just violence.
It's like psychological, like disturbing.
Got it.
Where you're like, that poor girl.
It did sound really good, but that book was long as hell.
So good. I fucking love it. I have the UK edition. I have the US hardcover, and I have the US paperback. I'm like obsessed.
I think I have the audio from Penguin Random House. I just never started it.
Was it a dog? Was it a dog, Kate?
I didn't read it because I was scared of the animal cruelty.
I know there's like something with like fish.
I think it was a dog though that you told me, and I was like, ugh.
I'm pretty sure you warned me about it, and I think it was a dog.
Yeah, I think there's a dog toward the end. And it's like one of those like little like yappy long-haired dogs.
You're like, it's the worst kind of dog though.
It's not like a golden doodle or a pit bull. Like we're fine.
Right.
We're fine.
Speaking of, what's Murphy up to? Is he sleeping?
He's hanging out with my mom. Probably snoozing and like acting like he's abused. Because he's dramatic as fuck.
As dogs do.
Oh my god, he's so bad. Like, just started crying when I was on the phone today because he wasn't getting attention. And I was like, shut the fuck up. If you get me fired, you will have no money for treats.
Yeah. Well, so I disappeared for a little bit because there was almost a tornado. Well, there was a tornado near me. Apparently 2 of them. Like the 2 towns that are like closest to us had tornadoes touch down, but then it just went south of us and we were safe. So I'm back. I can't remember. Did you say all 5 of yours, Marisha?
Yes, I ended on Look Closer by
Yeah,
David Ellis.
you
And we were
did.
talking
You did.
about
That's what we were
how
talking
underrated he is when the
Mhm.
tornado rudely interrupted us.
It did. My power just completely cut out. And all of a sudden I was just sitting here in the dark and I was like, okay.
You'll get to hear funny commentary from Gare and I about that. I was like, oh my God, Kate just DM'd me. There's a tornado. And he's like, what? Why didn't you tell me? Oh, my phone's on Do Not Disturb.
No,
Somebody was like texting me and I put my phone on Do Not Disturb for the first time. I never fucking remember to do that.
No. And I was like, I hit like deliver or like notify anyway or whatever. I'm like, hopefully he sees it. We'll see.
It didn't notify me anyway.
Yeah.
But I love that. I always do that to people. I'm like, fuck you. I should be.
Oh, yeah. See, I don't do it. It was just because I was like, I need them to know that I'm like, might be gone.
Oh,
not in a dead way, but like in the podcast is done way. Like I might not be coming
I was
back
like, how
on
much
the internet.
Oh my God.
What a night.
I would just start texting Tyler and be like, I know Kate's dead, but how do we pause the recording so we don't lose this? I want to play this at her funeral.
He'd be down. He'd be like, it's what she would want.
Yeah. She would want it. She would want to go out
doing what she loved.
She would want to go out knowing that she was dying and you and Marisha were talking shit about like the publishing industry.
Yeah.
That's true. It's what we did.
Well,
oh my God, I love that.
Thank you.
I had to talk about this one as one of my options because I just got a beautiful special edition.
Oh.
I had a hard time putting that one on my list. That's a
so it's Local Woman Local Woman Missing by Mary Kubica. For the people who aren't watching, but if you're not watching, you should go watch and look at how pretty the shiny pink cover is. It was made for me. And then the edges are so cool. It has trees.
Anyone who's watching is like, they took all of the characters from Inside Out and shook them in a fucking snow globe, and that's what this episode is.
Right.
We've had like reality TV, sass, shade, a tornado.
I guess fear. I can't remember if that's an Inside Out.
Anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Anxiety, definitely anxiety.
Ever present, omnipresent. I just said this in my live with Ashley last Friday, but I'm a slut for sprayed edges. Like I fucking love a book with sprayed edges.
So beautiful.
That's a nice
I agree. One. It just really adds to it. Oh, and the inner page is really.
Oh my God, I love that.
That's sexy.
I know. When Mary posted about it, I was like, "Yeah, I've got to order that." So I pre-ordered it. Even got the back. The back is like this too.
What does the naked cover look like? Like if you take the dust jacket off.
Mm-hmm.
Take your dust jacket off, Kate.
Yeah, take it off, Kate.
Take it off.
Oh, it's a little underwhelming. But there's that at least. The foiled title and this gray book.
That's probably what my husband thinks when I also take my clothes off, so I get it.
Same. Like, oh, okay. Simple, basic.
Really underwhelming.
Oh, that is not true.
Man.
Well, I was gonna share this to my Facebook when you went live with it, but never mind.
But Local Woman Missing is about a woman who goes missing.
It's locally.
Believe it or not. And then a girl returns who had been missing years before. And nobody and
two local women missing.
Yes, there's a woman and a child, local woman and girl missing. But the way that it kind of is like, it's almost domestic suspense. The way that the lives of like all of these neighbors intertwine into these stories is just absolutely bonkers and one of my faves ever.
I did love that one. Did you read She's Not Sorry?
Mm-hmm.
because
Yes, that's
I almost put this on my list too.
Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That one was
that one.
wild.
The twist in that one, I was like, ooh. It would kind of be fun.
I was not anticipating it at all.
It would be kind of fun to like reread knowing what you know, but I don't have the bandwidth to reread books.
I don't either.
Even though I forget everything about them.
Gare does.
Do you reread? That's amazing. I don't.
He does.
Mm-hmm.
I don't reread, and I typically don't rewatch unless it's been years.
I love to reread, and I love to rewatch.
Rewatch is my comfort. We had to rewatch Severance because it was like 4 years.
It was 3 years.
Season 1 and season 2.
Yeah, and my husband didn't watch it when it came out, so then he needed to watch it, and I was like, "Oh, I can definitely rewatch this one."
Hopefully, no writer's strike between season 2 and season 3, so that we get it in a relatively timely fashion.
Yeah, if we can get it in like a year and a half or so, that would be nice.
I tell anybody who will listen that is the best show on TV right now. And Ashley, bless her heart, was like, "I can't watch it. I don't like it. I know it's the best show on TV, but I just can't do it." And I was like, you know what? I respect it.
I know. She was like, "You're going to be so mad at me." And I was like, I am not mad at anyone for whether they can watch this show or not. Like, it's okay.
Because I told her, I was like, we got like 5 episodes in before stuff even starts making sense. And she's like, "But does it ever make sense?" And I was like, well, no, not really.
We're not at the end yet.
I get it. I do get it.
That's what I told Kate. I was like, I don't think I'm smart enough to stick on that long.
I don't know that anybody's smart enough for that show.
Yeah. It's also just very dystopian, and like I don't think I've ever heard you say anything about something dystopian that you maybe Handmaid's Tale, I guess, though.
That's the only one I can think of.
It's corporate. It's like office dystopia, so it just doesn't make me think of you necessarily. Not even smartness.
I can't even do Handmaid's Tale anymore. It's like mirroring reality a little too much for my liking. So
I
know. I don't know if I'm gonna watch.
I actually forgot that I didn't even watch the last season, so I haven't even watched.
That's how I feel.
Last season was like a lot more fucking like close to home.
It was
than any of the other ones, especially like foreshadowing, I guess we'll say. But I'll just continue to enjoy my 5th rewatch of Tell Me Lies.
I've been obsessively rewatching Vanderpump Rules. Like, I can't stop. It's a problem.
It's great. It's fantastic.
I don't like to watch new shows typically, although I did just watch Adolescence.
Oh, I've got to watch it.
I still need to watch it too.
Tyler wants to watch it with me, and so it's like our schedules have just not lined up.
It's tough, but it's so good. It's really tough though.
Yeah.
As a parent, it hit probably harder than it should have. But it's just like the acting, and the kid that's in it is a debut actor, and he's phenomenal. Wild. He's so good.
Yeah.
And then I can't think of the famous guy that's in it, but he's incredible.
Yeah.
I still like am disturbed by there's something about
Kevin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I tried
to push.
I like everybody loved The Push, and I was like, that book disturbed me to my core.
Oh, it was deeply disturbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you read The Perfect Child?
Lucinda Berry?
I haven't read it yet.
Makes The Push look like a fucking fairy tale.
Did she also write Saving Noah? Because I also can't read that one.
Saving Noah?
Yeah. I had friends that read it, and they were like, yeah. So that's like my one, like, now and stuff with kids. I can't do it anymore.
It's got to be so much different if you're actually a mom.
100%. Because I used to be able to like handle stuff like that, and now I just absolutely can't do it.
You don't want to start wondering about what could happen with your kid.
Especially the mom of a daughter. Like, and typically in thrillers, it's girls who are victims. So it's like, stuff with kids now is just a hard no for me.
Yeah. I will say, like, for anybody listening, like, there's nothing graphic in Saving Noah. Like, there's nothing
just really, like philosophical, isn't it?
It's very much like, this is what I did. I know that it was wrong, and like I like don't know what to do now. I think there's like a scene where like one of the parents is like, I hope your son fucking dies in a fire, basically, which any parent would react that way. But like the ending is so sad. Like, it's just like heart wrenching.
My friends that read it all said they cried. reading it.
I got really misty-eyed, but there's also one of the best twists I've ever read in a book in my entire life.
In that
really?
one?
Yep.
Didn't know that.
Yep.
Maybe I do need to read it.
Yep.
It's so short. It wouldn't take me long.
No, it wouldn't.
Although books are taking me forever to get through these days. So what the fuck do I know?
I can't. 1 in 4
There's
is
some other things on your
my
mind.
new favorite.
Have you
by
read
her.
it? Have you read it? Okay, I have the arc on Net Kelly.
Yeah, it's hard. It's going to be hard to read.
Oh fuck, really?
It
deals with a lot of like sexual assault and
self-harm.
See, okay. Ashley and I on Friday, I talked about how I never read the synopsis of a book before I read a book. And she was like, how do you choose what you want to read? And I said, 1, authors that I know I enjoy. 2, vibes, like of the vibes of a cover. And then 3, if it's recommended by somebody that I trust, I'll read it. So I was like, I don't need to read a synopsis because that gets me through everything. And so I got the 1 in 4 when it was Read Now on Net Kelly because it's Lucinda Berry. Frick. Okay, I didn't know that. I think we were planning a buddy read for that too. So
it's not graphic.
Apparent in the synopsis necessarily either.
It's
Is
not
there a trigger warning in the beginning?
I don't know. I had the NetGalley arc. I can't remember.
I think it's more psychologically dark. There's not like a lot of like graphic like pretty girls. You know, like it's just like this is like what's happening. I think the character like disassociates, honestly. But when I talked to Lucinda Berry, she told me like 1 in 4 is my next book, and like if you know about like female statistics, you know what the book's going to be about, basically.
Oh shit, yeah.
And
so she like does tell you in a roundabout way.
She told that to me.
No, but you know what I mean, like in the title.
Yeah, and then like when I finished it, I was like, "You made me like sob out loud," and she was like, I like respect your opinion. Like, did I go too far?" And I told her no.
Truthfully, do you think she did? Okay.
No. Emotionally, like her books are always gonna like emotionally gut you, but like my example was like people have read Pretty Girls and said that like Karen Slaughter like did not go too far with that book. So like yours is more like emotional, like you know what's like happening and like you feel like awful for the characters, but it's not like you're physically like there in that moment. You know what I mean? Like you're not like graphically describing things.
Yeah. Oh shoot, what was I just gonna say? Oh, did you read the new
Abigail? Warnings in my NetGalley copy.
There are?
No.
Oh. Well, if it's more psychological, I could see that.
Yeah.
Plus, you really don't see him in thrillers that much, if I'm being honest. That's more of a
spoiler kind of thing.
Well, I would say, so this is what's interesting. I would say thriller readers view that as a spoiler. Romance readers deem it a necessity.
Right.
Like you have to have shit like that. So I find that interesting. But
I'm not against it. I just don't. I don't know if I have any that I would ever need to check for, so I just wouldn't check it. But like, if some thriller readers want it, I'm not against having it at the beginning.
Yeah, you can always skip it. You don't have to read it.
I always like forget them sometimes.
Dogs. I do have one. Animal cruelty.
Yeah. The Shards is like my only exception.
Yeah.
Because
sometimes you can tell when it's about to happen.
I didn't really see it coming. And I don't remember if it was graphic. Like, I don't remember if it was described.
Pretty sure that it was, because I feel like you messaged me about it.
That's how I think you warned me too. We both have memories of it.
I know to like warn people, but like compared to like the characters, like that, like the deaths of like the humans and the serial killer, I was like, fuck me. Like that kind of like, but no, I like feel so horrible because thriller trigger warnings, I'm like, I'm not going to pay attention to them because they're spoilers. Romance trigger warnings, the longer the list, the more I want it right now. Bring it on. Bring it
on. This is kind of related. Garrett, I think you read the new Abigail Dean, right? The Death of Us? I just finished it. And
it's the saddest fucking shit I've read in a long time.
I don't think I expected to fall in love with that book as much as I did, but I pre-ordered it immediately after because it's going in my top 10 of the year for sure. I didn't know, and I went back and read the synopsis because I was like, would I have known this if I read what it was about? It was Read Now on NetGalley for a little while, and Viking is like really hard to get approved for on NetGalley, so I was like, I'm gonna go get this while I can. And it's not in the synopsis, like who the serial killer in the book is modeled after. I'll just say that so I don't spoil anything since it's not out yet. That's not fair. But I was really surprised. But I thought she did a really good job.
Yeah. I don't even think it's a spoiler to say that.
I just don't want anybody to be like, oh, I would have liked to find that out on my own, I guess. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I put it in my review, so I'm just going to say it. The Golden State Killer is who the serial killer is modeled after, like, to a T.
I'm
like
a crime junkie, like, lunatic, so when I read the synopsis, I assumed that it was the Golden State Killer.
True, because it's couples that he was terrorizing, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. It was, like,
oh my God.
really, really, really hard to read. Oh my gosh, but so good. I was like, what like there's humor in it still. But yeah, I was like sobbing when it got to the courtroom scenes and stuff. Ugh.
It reminds me of Tony and Susan.
I don't know what that means.
Did you ever watch the movie Nocturnal Animals?
No.
With Jake Gyllenhaal and Amy Adams?
No.
It's wild.
Yeah.
I love Jake Gyllenhaal, so I feel like I would love that.
Oh my God. You will fucking love this. Love.
It's unhinged.
I feel like he was in a movie.
Aaron Taylor Johnson's in it.
Ooh, he's fine.
Oh, yeah.
But he's married to a pedophile. But that's a conversation for another day. Okay, I feel like my husband and I watched a Jake Gyllenhaal movie.
Nightcrawler.
And it was awful. No, okay, I loved Nightcrawler.
I love Nightcrawler. It's one of my favorites.
I think it was a Jake Gyllenhaal. I'm sorry, I'm looking at IMDb right now.
Is that the journalist one? Yeah, that one was awesome. Photojournalist.
Yeah. Well, this is Tony and Susan. It's one of my favorite psychological thrillers.
I thought you were saying Tony and Susan were nocturnal animals.
That's what Nocturnal Animals is based off.
Oh,
this
okay.
book.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's hilarious. We've come full circle.
Yeah, it is one of my favorite books, and the movie is so freaking good.
Prisoners too. That's such a good movie.
Oh, that was so good.
Devastating.
Prisoners is so freaking good. That's one of my favorite movie endings.
My God! Yeah, of course he's locked in the whatever. Fuck, it's so bleak.
When Jake Gyllenhaal goes and he thinks he can like briefly hear that whistle, and then like that's how it ends.
Yeah.
It's heart-wrenching.
I'm trying to find. I swear.
I want Jake Gyllenhaal to like body slam me in that movie. The neck tattoos. Oh my God!
Just all the tattoos.
2 hours, you would have no ink left on your skin.
He is so hot.
Mm.
It's criminal.
And his little like twitch and his anger issues. Sign me up.
Knew there was a reason you liked me.
Yeah, Kate, you get a neck tattoo, it's on.
Right.
I don't think there's any animals that die in this, but this is my hidden gem. Kate's gonna probably roll her eyes and just like hang up because I can't stop talking about this book, The Last Winter of Danny Lansing by P.D. Viner.
It scares me.
Oh my God. Because it's like one of the saddest things I've ever read in my entire life.
And if Gare's saying that, you know it's sad.
It's bleak.
It's so bleak. But what I love about this is it's like literally about like a girl who's murdered, and her boyfriend at the time like becomes a detective to solve cases like hers. The father becomes like a recluse and like thinks that the ghost of her like spirit is like in the house and is like very emotional, and the mother is out in the streets like vigilante, like I'm gonna fuck up people that I think killed my daughter. So I love like the gender reverse roles where like usually like people would be like, oh, like the woman's the one upset like at home, and like she's like out in the streets like doing some pretty brutal shit to people to be like, if you had anything to do with my daughter, like this is your last day on earth.
Actually is really interesting.
It's so good. And then when you find out what happens in the end, it's like
shit,
bleak,
sad,
bleak and super sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Last Winter of Danny Lansing. Oh my God, so good.
My other ones were Sometimes I Lie by Alice Feeney. That was one of my... I was like thinking back to on like what were the psychological thrillers I read that made me like, oh, this is fun. And I remember, I think that is my first Alice Feeney that I read, and I could not put it down. It is so good.
It's dark.
The general gist is like Amber Reynolds is the main character, and it says 1, I'm in a coma, 2, my husband doesn't love me anymore, and 3, sometimes I lie. So she basically wakes up and can't move in this coma, but you're kind of hearing what happens leading up to her being paralyzed. And then the whole time you're also like, the title makes you aware that it's an unreliable narrator in some way, but you still don't figure it out. It's wild.
Oh, it's so good.
My other psychological thriller that I'm obsessed with, that I will always be obsessed with, is Jar of Hearts by Jennifer Hillier.
Okay, so I cut that one and put Riley Sager in over that one. I had a hard time trying to decide between the two, but I was like, I already said I would do 3 and did 5, so
I've probably read it 3 or 4 times. I love Jennifer Hillier. When I meet her, I'm gonna fucking sob my face off.
Oh, you've never met her in person?
No. No.
Oh, that's gonna be so cool.
No, I've only DM'd her. I've never even like done a live with her because I'm like too anxious, but like I will probably just be sobbing in Montreal.
Oh my gosh.
Uncontrollably, and being like, thank you for changing my life with every single book.
Now I just want to be there to be a little BTS crew capturing the moment.
It'll probably be like a restraining order. She'll be like, you haven't even introduced yourself and you're just like sobbing.
Like, who are you? Just kidding. She won't ask you that, but she's a gem.
She's got great hair too. She's so sweet and her books are so dark. It just like boggles my mind.
Doesn't compute. It doesn't compute at all.
It doesn't. Well, my other one is The Lies I Tell by Julie Clark. And this cover was what influenced, I should have grabbed it, our Killing the Tea artwork for a while when we were doing that. Yeah, the half faces and the purple and the blue.
Oh my God,
so I was like, I have to at least mention this one. But this is like, the gist of it is a con woman who's had multiple aliases and a journalist who's trying to track this con woman and figure out who she is. So it's like this, it's a psychological thriller. Obviously, that's the whole whatever podcast title. But it's also like cat and mouse in a really, really, really fun way, bouncing back and forth. I loved it a lot.
Shout out to Julie Clark's upcoming thriller for the summer, Ghostwriter. It's a fucking banger. It's good.
Is it? God, I'm so excited. Kate, did you read it?
I think I'm waiting. That's what I just realized. I think I requested it, but I haven't heard anything.
I have a physical copy. If you want it, I'll send it to you.
Okay. I'm looking.
I thought Kate put it on my radar, and I was like, oh my God, that sounds good. And then like I checked my mail, and like they sent me a copy of it.
Oh, nice.
But she knew they sent you a copy. Of course, they were going to send you a copy.
They didn't tell me ahead of time.
Oh, that cover too is fucking sick. I love that
so
cover.
Cool.
Mine came with this like cool little pen. Right?
They did like a cute little promo package for it. I got a really cute promo package.
I do have it.
From them for French. Squirrel.
I'm on a delay over here.
Well, the way that Marisha and I are, it's like 10 topics, 3 minutes.
We always still bring it right back around though.
Yeah.
Sourcebook sent me a really cute promo package for French Honeymoon. It was like a cute little
that cover is really cool.
That book was really good. I actually just read it last week. It's short and it's like really bingeable. Like the first half, you're like, what the fuck is going on right now? I love books like that. That are just like
say what?
What's even going on? Who even are you? And the end got a little like far-fetched, but I still liked it.
What's like the psychological thriller that you think like took so many twists and turns that like you had no idea what was going to come next? Like, I'm not talking about like you're like, okay, like I'm on a steady pace and like the end has like one twist or like a reveal that you didn't see coming, but like something where like every other chapter was like, what the fuck is going to happen next?
That's a really good question, because if you look at, my list, the ones that I tend to gravitate towards are like really big twists, like only one.
Yeah.
I guess if I had to say, I would probably say The Best Lies by David Ellis, because it felt like every chapter he was dropping a bomb. And then at the end, there was like a mega bomb. I still can't get over that.
And then there's another one after it.
Yeah, like that book.
I haven't read that one yet.
Oh,
I loved Look Closer.
So there's a lot of
did I say Best Lies? I meant Look Closer.
Oh.
But Best Lies is like this. I'm a fucking idiot. The Best Lies is like the same formula as Look Closer. It's like the same. Like twist, final twist. But also mini micro twist at the end too. So both of those could probably be in that category. I'm such a dumbass. Yeah, The Best Lies was his latest book, wasn't it?
I loved Look Closer, and I love
truly
that cover.
Look Closer is like always what I think of if someone like your question, like with so many twists. Like you asked, and I was like, I mean, we already talked about it, but Look Closer just like blows your mind multiple times.
But they're done so well. Like you don't.
Yes.
Sometimes you feel like the plot is like in service of all these twists, and I didn't feel that way with that one.
No. And you feel really connected to the characters the whole time, and then the twist makes you like it makes the characters even more real. Like it actually makes everything more real. It's crazy.
If I were a rereader, I would have immediately reread that one, knowing what the twist is and being like, are there little like hints along the way? You know what? Okay, speaking of that, a book that does not get enough love is Bad Tourists by Carol Carver, I think is how you say it. So she's actually CJ Cook, I think. That's the same author.
Really?
I'm pretty sure. It's either CJ Cook or CJ Tudor. It's one of those. I think it's CJ Cook. Please hold. Let me look it up.
You have so much fucking tea.
The only reason I know that is because Carol Carver, CJ Cook. She is CJ Cook.
I do love this cover. I see it every now and then.
Damn.
So Bad Tourists. I want to say
feels very White Lotus. Like
I remember the big twist. I'm not even gonna try and tell you what it's about. But it definitely gives White Lotus energy, and I want to say
it says a post-divorce retreat with 3 friends.
Very White Lotus energy.
A post-divorce retreat?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
People go on post-divorce retreats?
Oh yeah.
Like they all get divorced. It was like it's a girls trip, like a post-divorce girls trip.
I thought it was
it's 3 friends.
I thought it was like this is like an event for
like you pay for it. No. No, it's 3 friends.
This is no ordinary friendship, and they're not the only guests on the island with secrets. Who left a body on the beach, and who's next?
It
sounds fun.
It's underrated, in my opinion. And then I found out that the author was actually CJ Cook, and I was like, I've liked her other books too, so that's crazy.
That is fascinating.
I feel like I just found this out about a different author too, that they were somebody else, but it's not coming to me right now. That one blew my mind, though. I did not see that coming. That it was CJ Cook.
Mine's Density of Souls by Christopher Rice. There are so many things in that book where I'm like, oh my god, and it's like psychological like trauma. Like it's just like so sad, but like the twists are incredible. You just never know what's gonna happen.
I'll have to add that to my list. I've never read that one.
Oh my god,
I've got to read it sometime.
It's so good.
I just keep requesting things on NetGalley.
I'm in NetGalley timeout right now.
I should be. What is wrong with me?
I haven't. Oh no, I did that.
I got myself down to 9. I had myself down to 9 books left. I'm now at 25.
Yeah, I have 30 now, but they do go out into November, thankfully. So
I'm in the 20s, and they go to July.
Oh, brutal.
And I have physical arcs that I have too, and I'm like, what were you thinking? I think my matcha blacked out. My matcha Kindle had like one too many tequila sodas and was like,
request.
Yeah,
I think I only have 2 April ones on there right now. I'm actually reading one from Sourcebooks that's like really fucking cute. A Town with Half the Lights On. I know this is not at all the theme of what we're talking about tonight, but it's written entirely in emails and newspaper articles and like stuff like that, which I love.
I love mixed media.
Yeah.
And it's not even really mixed media because there's actually no writing at all. It's entirely emails and like that's how the whole story is told, which I think is so interesting because there's no like, and then this happened and then this happened. Like it's all pretty much dialogue and like somebody telling somebody else a story. So I'm really enjoying it. It's like really cute. I think it's gonna get kind of heavy. Just that's the vibe I get. But it's really good. Fingers crossed.
I've been trying to find it, and I couldn't find it on Goodreads, and it's because I was searching a town with all the lights on, not half the lights on. I was like, oh, half is a little different than all.
Yeah. It makes sense once you've started to read about, oh my god, I'm on fire again.
There's this romance duology that I keep like hearing about, and like I really want to read them. I'm more interested in the second book, and it's like 350 pages, but the first one is like over 700.
Who has the time?
And I'm like,
just kidding. I read all three.
But I heard they're like super dark.
Well, you'd probably enjoy it.
I know.
True. What are they called? Who writes them?
The Mortuary and the Mortician. The Mercenary and the Mortician.
Okay.
And then the second one is a MMM romance called Make Me.
Interesting. I'm intrigued by the title of the first one.
The author of the second book shared some like not safe for work, like artwork for like special editions. And I was like, oh my God. Your characters, like immediately I saw the cover and I was like, oh my God, I heard Sabrina Carpenter be like, have you ever tried this one? Gimme. I love a dark.
Well, it's past my bedtime.
Yeah. Well, you've been through some shit.
He had a brush with death.
Literally.
I was almost gone.
That was so funny. Yeah, when I'm gone, I was like, Jesus, that's dark.
Marisha expects that out of my mouth.
I know. She's like, wow, Kate.
Kate's just...
When I'm
you guys are
brutally
like
murdered in my
gang,
sleep by...
Yeah.
Brutally murdered in my sleep by Jake Gyllenhaal from Prisoners.
That's just a fantasy of yours, Gary.
It is. That's how I want to go. That's how I want to go.
There are worse ways.
Yeah. But yeah,
thank you for letting
talking
me
about psychological thrillers.
Oh my God, that was so much fun.
We talked about everything.
We did a dash of psychological thrillers and a whole shitload of reality TV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is pretty much my life in a nutshell.